know what time it is. Live from the Bare Muscle Garage, it's time for Fit Crew. What do we got in store for you today? Let's go ahead and share this on screen. So for today's workout, we've got a classic 21-15-9 rep scheme for you. We're going to be doing 21 toe to bar, 21 front squats, 21 calories on the bike, followed by 15, 15, 15, then 9, 9, 9. And we may be looking at this thinking, hey, I can't do toe to bar. I don't even have a bike. Don't worry, guys. As always, we're going to warm up really well. And we're going to go through all the options that will allow you to do this workout or your version of it. Right where you are, using what you have and doing what you can. But let's go ahead and start this general warm-up. Here we go. Let's get some arm circles going back, arm circles back. And as you know, my name is Coach Chris. I'm a level 3 CrossFit trainer, which means I've logged thousands of hours over many years, helping many people just like you live their best life through health and fitness. Let's move on to arms across the chest. Hug yourself, love yourself. One of the ways I've been privileged to help you guys live your best life is through the Committed Club Academy. And in the Academy, we dive deep into this program. We dive deep into ourselves to uncover our most deep-seated motivations and help us to develop discipline and dedication. Let's move on to the wrist wave here. In the Academy, we go over the importance of motivation, nutrition, sleep, and recovery, supplementation. And then, of course, we do a deep dive into our program, what we do, why we do it, how it works so well. So it's the best way to fully open up this program and understand it more so we can get more out of it. Let's move on to some high knees. But enough from me. I want to hear from you. How has the Academy helped you to stay on track? And let's hear first from Bird Dog. Go ahead and say your name, where you're from, and how's the Academy helped you to stay on track?
Hi, I'm Robin from Texas. One of my most favorite features is the on demand. Because I'm guilty of having the all or nothing brain and being able to be flexible when I do my workouts, and it helps me stay on track. It helps me keep with the program each week, and so that's been like one of my favorite things to go back. And I mean, even if you do never miss Monday on a Tuesday, it's like you're getting it in, and it doesn't matter what day you do it. So the on demand works with my flexibility.
Awesome. Thank you so much for making full use of the on-demand and for being such a great student of the Academy. And let's now move on to some calf raises. Up on the toe, back on the heel, up on the toe, back on the heel. Or if it works better, we can do some wrist extensions like this. And while we're doing this, let's hear from Mighty Mouse. Go ahead and say your name, where you're from, and how has the Academy helped you to stay on track?
Hi, my name's Renisha. I'm from Georgia. The Academy has helped me stay on track because I've been a couple of times. Each time I go, I learn something new. I get reminders of the habits I need to work on. And I also like the feature of the on demand because sometimes I can't go on in person or whatever, and I could just watch the video 5 times, 5 minutes at a time. I still can participate, so it really like I haven't missed anything because I'm there participating and seeing everything, communicating with the group. So it's very helpful when you can't make it, but you still want you don't want to miss anything. You can still do that on demand.
Awesome. And you are a great example of attending, whether the live session or on demand, still being fully present. And let's go ahead and move on to some jumping jacks, or we could do some stepping jacks if we want low impact. And so the Academy is the best way to really kick things in gear and make things happen for you. If you want to enroll next semester, please find more details by clicking that link that's in this video, or feel free to message me directly for details. And let's go ahead and take a break from the warm-up, guys, and we're going to move on to the activation phase, which is where we're going to do a couple different moves that are going to help us to get specifically ready for today's workout. So the first move we're going to do is the pigeon, and let's go ahead and have Bird Dog demonstrate the pigeon for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then the pigeon is going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's sink into the pigeon on this side. So on this pigeon, we are laying face down and we've got the one leg up and across the chest, other leg back, and we're sinking into this pose, which opens up the hips and helps us to relieve any issues that might be going on with the IT band. And let's go ahead and switch sides here. We're going to get the other leg up and across the chest, other leg back. And the pigeon is one of the most important activations that we do, especially whenever we are doing squat-based movements like we're doing today. We always talk about chest up, shoulders back, knees out to the side when we do squats. And that is the position that we are actively improving here on the pigeon. Next, we're going to do some Supermans. And let's go ahead and have Bird Dog demonstrate 2 Supermans for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then the Supermans are going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 Supermans together. So on these Supermans, we've got those arms out in front of us, legs back, and we are holding the top for about 2 seconds before coming back down, dialing in that arch position. And so good job here on the Supermans. Next, we're going to roll over and hit some straight leg sit-ups. Let's go ahead and have Bird Dog demonstrate 2 straight leg sit-ups for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then the straight leg sit-up is going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 straight leg sit-ups. Now it could be that this is a very challenging core movement for us, in which case we may do some laying single leg raises. Let's have Bird Dog show us what that looks like. We're laying on the back, pointing the toe, getting one leg all the way up and then back down, doing 5 on one side, and then switching and doing 5 on the other side. But if we're doing the straight leg sit-up as prescribed, we've got those arms behind us. We are swinging those arms forward, reaching for the toes, getting the shoulders in front of the hips at the top. And so good job on the straight leg sit-ups. Next, we're going to do some stepping mountain climbers. Let's go ahead and have Bird Dog demonstrate 2 stepping mountain climbers on each side for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then we're going to do some alternating forward arm raises like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 stepping mountain climbers. It could be that doing this off the ground is a bit of a challenge, in which case we may choose to do this off of an inclined surface. Let's have Bird Dog show us what that looks like. We could do it off the counter, off a sofa, or even off the wall, but we're going to be in an inclined plank position and then getting those knees to those elbows. But if we're doing this off the ground as prescribed, we've got those hips low, we're keeping the chest and the hips square with the ground, taking a big step forward, that foot right outside the hand at the top of the motion. And so good job here on the stepping mountain climber. Next, we got some plank shoulder taps. Let's go ahead and have Bird Dog demonstrate 2 plank shoulder taps on each side for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then those plank shoulder taps are going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 plank shoulder taps on each side. So similar to that mountain climber, it could be that doing this off the ground is a bit of a challenge, in which case we may do this off of an inclined surface, off that same counter or sofa or a wall even if needed. But we are going back and forth and then tapping that opposite shoulder from an incline plank. But if we're doing this off the ground as prescribed, keeping those hips super low, squeezing that core, shifting the weight, tapping the opposite side, going back and forth like this. So good job on the plank shoulder taps. Next, we're going to do some air squats. Let's go ahead and have Bird Dog demonstrate 2 air squats for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then the air squat is going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 air squats together. So on this air squat, we are going to be standing with those feet shoulder width apart. And then we're going to initiate by sending those hips back and down, pushing the knees out to the side throughout the movement until we get all the way down, hips below the knees. And then we are driving through the heels until we get all the way back up to a fully standing locked out position. Now, it could be that getting the hips all the way down below the knees is a bit of a challenge for us, in which case we may do some assisted squats. We can sit and stand to a chair or to a footstool or a medicine ball or whatever target is needed for assistance. So good job on these air squats. Next, we're going to do some pass-throughs. So let's grab a broomstick and let's look on as Bird Dog demonstrates 2 pass-throughs for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then the pass-through is going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 pass-throughs together. So on this pass-through, we are going to have a nice wide grip on that broomstick and we are pulling it up and over all the way around, touching that lower back in the back, belly button in the front. And Bird Dog knows the secret to a good pass-through is that smile, which relaxes the muscles and helps us to have a nice fluid range of motion. So good job on these pass-throughs. Next, we got some deadlifts on tap. Let's go ahead and have Bird Dog demonstrate 2 deadlifts for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then the deadlift is going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 deadlifts together. So on the deadlift, we're going to get those hips super low at the start, feet close together underneath the hips. But we've got the chest up, shoulders back, and we're looking straight ahead. And then we're going to take a deep breath in and brace that core as we drive the ground away, getting to a fully standing position with the shoulders back at the top. And then we're keeping it close to the body, bracing that core on the way back down as well. And so good job on these deadlifts. And finally, here in the activation phase, we're going to do some power cleans. And let's go ahead and have Bird Dog demonstrate 2 power cleans for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then the power clean is going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 power cleans together. So the power clean is going to start in the very same position as that deadlift, feet close together underneath the hips, hips low, chest up, shoulders back, looking straight ahead. And then we're going to take a deep breath in and jump that bar up to the shoulders, flipping those elbows, getting them nice and high. We want to think fast elbows, high elbows, and we are standing and fully extending to finish that power clean. And so good job on the power clean. Well, that is it for the activation phase. Now we're going to move on to the movement prep, which is where we're going to practice specifically the 3 moves that we are doing in today's workout. The first move is toes to bar, which usually involves a pull-up bar, and the toe to bar is going to look like this. So as we can see, this is a very high skill body weight movement, and many of us don't have a pull-up bar. So we're going to warm up for this by doing an at-home modification for the toe to bar. That's also a good warm-up, whether we have a pull-up bar or not. We're going to be doing some toes to broom. So let's grab that broomstick and let's look on as Bird Dog demonstrates 2 toe to broom for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then the toe to broom is going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 toe to broom together. Now it could be that doing this with both legs is a bit of a challenge, in which case we may choose to do the single leg toe to broom. We're going to start with that broomstick behind us, take a deep breath in, brace that core as we alternate legs, getting that broomstick to meet the foot at the top of each rep. Or it could be that, even the single leg toe to broom is very challenging, in which case we may choose to do the straight leg sit-up that we were doing in the warm-up, or even those single leg raises. But if we're doing the toe to broom as prescribed with both legs, we've got the broomstick behind us, taking a deep breath in, reaching for at least the ankles, if not the toes. And if we're not reaching at least the ankles, then let's definitely modify to that single leg toe to broom. But good job on these toe to broom, whatever version is better for us. And at this time, if we do have some type of pull-up bar, let's warm up those shoulders hanging from the bar, shrugging those shoulders, doing a couple of hanging knee raises, and then progressively higher straight leg raises. The second move that we are doing in today's workout is front squats. So let's grab that broomstick and let's look on as Bird Dog demonstrates 2 front squats for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then for today, for the front squat, we're going to be doing some hang power cleans from right below the knee, like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 front squats with the broomstick. Now, it could be that, hey, the wrist position is very challenging for us to do this with any type of broomstick or a bar, in which case, let's grab a light dumbbell and we can do some goblet squats. And let's have Bird Dog demonstrate 2 goblet squats with a pillow, could be a pillow. And we're going to hold that at the upper part of the chest, and then we are going to squat all the way down and stand that all the way up. And at least we are having a load in a much better position for the wrist if needed. But to the extent possible, I really would like us to use that broomstick and work on the front rack position, getting those elbows nice and high, pointed forward, pointed up, and we are breathing in deep, bracing that core as we get all the way down, driving through the heels as we get all the way back up. And if we were doing assisted squats earlier, we can continue to do that here, sitting and standing to a chair or a footstool or whatever is needed. And so good job here on the front squats or goblet squats, whichever of these is better for us. And then the third move we are doing today is the bike. So if you happen to have an air bike, such as an assault bike or a Rogue Echo bike, what I'd like you to do is to hop on that bike and let's do a 30-second high intensity test. That's what's going to help us to scale today's workout for calories if needed. But if we don't have a bike, we got you covered. We're doing an at-home body weight version of the bike, combining those mountain climbers and plank shoulder taps. So one mountain climber and one plank shoulder tap on each side equals a calorie on our body weight bike. And to be clear, let's go ahead and have Bird Dog demonstrate 2 calories on the body weight bike. That was 1. That was 2. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then each calorie is going to look like this. That was 1. That was 2. So let's everyone join in and let's do 5 calories on our body weight bike. Now, it could be that doing this off the ground is a challenge for us, in which case we can do this off the incline, just like we were doing in the warm-up. We'll do the incline knee to elbow on each side, followed by the incline plank shoulder tap on each side. And so knee, knee, tap, tap equals a calorie. But if we're doing this from the ground, then we're in that low plank position, and we can choose to jump these if we can, or we can choose to step them out the whole way if we need to. But step, step, tap, tap equals a calorie, and we will do the designated amount of calories per set in each round. So good job on the bike. Well, now it's ramp up time. If you've been earning badges and you'd like to add some weight to do either the scaled, intermediate, or RX weight in today's workout, then let's start to gradually add some weight, doing about 5 to 7 practice reps of those front squats at a time, adding a little bit of weight each time until we get to the weight that we want to use for our division. But if we have not been earning badges, or we're just getting back into this after a long time off, then please, let's not add any weight. That super light weight that we were just using in the warm-up is going to be more than enough for us today. It's very important that we have the right form and consistency with all our habits before we've earned the right to add or reintroduce intensity, such as by adding weight or going fast. And whether we're adding weight or not, let's pay close attention to the following checklist. Number 1, please make sure your device is fully charged or plugged in so we can get through this whole workout without losing you. Number 2, let's grab some water. Let's take a sip. Let's make sure we got our water nearby so we can take a sip as needed all throughout the workout. Number 3, I'm going to give everyone a 3, 2, 1, go countdown. And that's how you can synchronize your timer with mine if you choose to use one. Number 4, music. Super important. In today's workout, I call this a 3-song WOD. So what are the 3 songs that are going to get us pumped and motivated that are going to get us finished before they're done. You can blast your music as loud as you want, as long as you can still hear me helping you throughout the workout. And lastly, how are we keeping track of these rounds? This is a 3-round workout, but the reps start high and then they get lower. There's a lot going on. It's easy to lose our place and what's coming up next. So the best way to keep track of all that is having the workout written down close by, just like our teacher's pet in Mighty Mouse. And so if you're a teacher's pet as well, let's go ahead and see your whiteboard on screen here, and let's take this teacher's pet picture. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Awesome. I'm going to bring the workout back on screen one more time, and then we'll get going. So in just about a minute, we're going to start this timer, and we're about to do this 21-15-9 workout of toes to bar, front squats, and calories on the bike. Meaning, in the first round, we're going to do 21 toe to bar, 21 front squats, 21 calories on the bike, 15 toe to bar, 15 front squats, 15 calories on the bike in the second round, and then 9 toe to bar, 9 front squats, 9 calories on the bike in the third round. For the toe to bar, let's remember our options. Most of us are probably doing the at-home modification, doing those toe to broom, whether it's double leg or single leg, or if needed, we can do those sit-ups or single leg races. And that's going to be total reps there, whether we're doing double leg or single leg. On the front squats, let's remember the options there. We're not adding weight unless we've been earning badges, but if it's better for our wrists to do a goblet squat instead of with a bar, for today we can do that. But let's really work on that wrist mobility. Let's make sure we're doing our flexi time on the regular, which will help with the wrist health. And then on the bike, most of us are doing the at-home modification. So in the first round, we're doing 21 sets of the mountain climber plank shoulder taps on each side. In the second round, we're doing 15 sets of the mountain climber plank shoulder taps on each side. And then in the last round, we are doing the 9 sets. But if we do happen to have an exercise bike or an air bike, we're looking for that first round of 21 to take us less than 2 minutes, preferably about 90 seconds of push on that 21 calories. And so whatever we got on that 30-second test, we can triple that for the first round and double it for the second. And then that's a good third round number for us on that 30-second test, if it happened to be less than about 10 calories or so. If we got at least 8 to 10 calories on that 30-second test, then we are good to go doing the very same 21-15-9 rep scheme that we have here in calories on that bike. So your score is going to be the time it takes you to get through these 3 rounds of descending reps of toe to broom, front squats, and sets of mountain climber plank shoulder taps on each side. If you are good to go, give me a thumbs up over here and we'll get this started. I'm going to give us a 10-second countdown. And then I'm going to highlight bird dog to get us going. So here we go, guys. 21. Toe to broom. 21. Front squats. 21. Mountain climber plank shoulder taps. And then it's all downhill from there. Starting in 10 seconds. Let's get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. And we are off on these toe to broom. And we've got Mighty Mouse with some personalized options here. She has been crushing it in this semi-private training. And she has been able to step out of the comfort zone and do some more challenging movement options, mostly from the standing position. And so awesome work there, Mighty Mouse. And Bird Dog moving nice and steady through these 21 toe to broom. Getting through the set, deep breath in, bracing that core. And so made quick work of the toe to broom. And now on these front squats here, Deep breath in, getting low on that squat, standing that out. And nice work there, bird dog. Let's keep fighting those elbows up, pushing the knees out to the side. And Mighty Mouse, almost done. And now getting onto these 21 sit-to-stands with the weight in the goblet position. And so nice work there, Mighty Mouse. Bird dog fighting through these front squats, holding on to a big set here. Let's keep getting those hips all the way down below the knees. Let's keep getting low, deep breath in, fighting through it, elbows up. So awesome work here. Let's go, let's breathe, let's push. And then after the 21, we're gonna be moving on to the bike. And we've got bird dog jumping into this bike here. Jump, jump, tap, tap. Jump, jump, tap, tap. Fighting through this set of 21. So nice work. Here we go. All the way down, all the way up. And bird dog. Deep into this set. Almost done with the bike on this first round. And Mighty Mouse getting into her version of the bike. So we've got some rolls here. All the way back, all the way through. So nice work. Let's go. Let's go. Mighty Mouse just about closing out the first round. Bird dog going into this set of 15. And so everyone on track to finish within today's target window. And the target window is the best way to know if we've hit the mark in today's training. Did I challenge myself enough? Did I challenge myself too much? How do I know? If we pick the right weights and pick the right movement options that are just challenging enough, we will fall somewhere within that target window. And so let's keep moving here. Mighty Mouse almost done with the round of 21. Bird dog through the 15 soda broom. And let's get going on these 15 front squats. So deep breath in, getting low. Let's keep getting those hips all the way down below the knees and fighting those elbows up. Deep breath in. Mighty Mouse on this set of 15 of these knee raises. Good pace here, breathing, pushing, getting through it. Bird dog taking a quick breather. And Mighty Mouse getting on this set of 15 of the squats. But nice work, bird dog. Let's go. We want to think slower down, faster up. Slower down, faster up. And bird dog diving into the bike on this round. So 15 sets. Let's jump these as much as we can. Stepping only when needed. Mighty Mouse now flying through the rest of these. So nice work, good push. Making our way down. And there goes Mighty Mouse. On the tails here. Getting into this bike. But there goes Bird Dog closing out round 2. And then getting into this last round, fast round, a round of 9. It goes by in a blink of an eye. So quick sip getting into it. 9 toe to broom. 9 squats. And then blasting out the 9 calories on the bike. Mighty Mouse finishing out the round of 15. But let's push, let's move, let's go. Making our way through this. We got Bird Dog on these squats here. So deep breath in. Getting low every single time. Slower down, faster up. Slower down, faster up. Mighty Mouse as well on these squats here. And it's going to be a neck and neck finish at the end. But getting low, bracing it out. Mighty Mouse, hey, getting a head start on that bike. Last couple calories, Bird Dog getting into that bike here. Who's gonna take it? But we are breathing, pushing, and we know what to do when we finish. We hit that buzzer, we yell time, we cheer on our family. And it looks like Mighty Mouse across the finish line. Just a hair before Bird Dog. And there goes Bird Dog across the finish line. Man, that was nail-biting exciting as always. But now we're at the best part of the workout, which is the cool down stretch. And this stretch is super important to help us fight soreness, increase flexibility, so we can come back day after day, staying consistent and committed. So the first stretch we're going to do is the saddle eagle. And that's going to be where we're sitting in a kneeling position like this. And we're sitting back toward those heels as much as we can. And getting the elbow one on top of the other like this. And if we're doing this from the seated position, we're doing just the eagle part of the stretch like this. And while we're doing this, let's reflect on the workout. Let's do some high, low, buffalo. High. What is one thing I feel I did well in the workout today? Low. What is something I want to do better the next time it shows up? And buffalo. What is something that surprised you about the workout today? While we're thinking about that, let's switch elbows here on the eagle. And let's hear first from bird dog. And if we're doing this from the seated position, we're just switching elbows once again. But what is your high-low buffalo bird dog?
Oh, I was able to keep the weight the whole workout. I was thinking about halfway through my 15 of the front squats, I'm like, do I need to switch the broomstick? But I didn't. I just paused for a second, regrouped, and kept with the weight. And my low is also the front squat because I need to work on my form. Thanks for your help, coach. To every time it's like I wanted to bring my elbows down, and I'll work on that one. Buffalo, I'm keeping up with Mighty Mouse. What's going on today? Loved it.
And love that as well. Love your coachability. And I love the fact that you stuck with the weight. You still had a time that was exactly in the sweet spot, which means, yes, that was an appropriate loading and a good amount of challenge for you. So good job, bird dog. Let's go ahead and switch to the pigeon. We got the one leg up across the chest, other leg back. And let's see if we can get this pigeon just even a little higher up on the chest than we did in the warm-up. And let's now hear from Mighty Mouse. And if we're doing this from the seated position, we're getting the one arm up and pulling to the side like this. But what is your high-low buffalo Mighty Mouse?
My high was doing the standing, I don't know what it called for the toe of the bar. I was doing this, I guess, step up, I guess. And the low was, I really didn't have a low, but the buffalo was the round of 21 for all movements, especially for the sit to stand with the weight. I really had to pace myself. I didn't think I was gonna make it through the round of 21, but I did, and overall it was a good workout.
And you did great with it. Love the fact that we're throwing out some more creative moves your way, and you are rising to the challenge and then crushing it. So good job, Mighty Mouse. Let's now switch to pigeon on the other side. And if we're doing this from the seated position, then let's get the other arm up and pull to the side like this. And I just wanted to take a moment to thank you for all of your awesome support, showing up day after day, week after week, month after month, some of you year after year, doing this program, always finding ways to challenge yourself and to keep it interesting and fresh for you. And you know what? Some days it's a challenge just to show up, but I see you, I appreciate you, and sometimes the toughest days are the best training days. Good job showing up today. Well, that's our WOD, that's our stretch, that's our high-low buffalo. You know what's left, this sweaty selfie, because does this count if we don't take this selfie? Let's flex on the camera and let's take this selfie. Sweaty selfie in 3, 2, 1. And crazy face. And let's put the fists in the middle for the cheer. On 3, 2 claps, fit crew. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Big crew.
Big crew.
Thank you guys so much. If you enjoyed this program, then please give this channel a subscribe, a like, and a share. Thank you very much, and see you next time.